Fire with All in the Cards. Coming to do another true crime case, okay? I've been at it all day today, family, okay? Been putting my energy to helping in some cases and also true crime with celebrities and all kinds of stuff today, okay? So today we're going to get to another true crime in reference of a 16-year-old when she went missing December 30th. Her name is Shemika. Cosey. Here is the article, and here is how she looks, or she was when she was 16, and how she would look when she was older now. But let's see if I can. Here's the picture of her. Let me blow it up. This is a picture of Shemika Cosey. So she was 16. And the story says that she went missing on December 30th, 2008 from Berkeley, Missouri. Shemika vanished just a few days after, the 30th. And this time of the year, it was hard for Shemika's mom. Let's see. So it's always hard around, I think, Christmas is what they're saying. But it was one night disappearance, they say, for the 16-year-old was picked up at her home by her cousin and two who were planning to have a sleepover at the cousin's house, which Paula says was not an unusual occurrence. So Shemika, was very family oriented and had countless sleepovers with her cousin who lived just a town away. So Paula never imagined that she would see her daughter the last time, but the niece said that they stayed up till like 1:30 that night watching movies. And when she went to bed, Shemika was there on the couch in the living room. It says the next morning, Shemika's aunt woke up and noticed that Shemika was nowhere to be found, and the door was unlocked. Shemika's purse and jacket was also missing, but her clothes and her overnight bag was still inside the home. That's when she called and asked the mother, had she seen her or did she come back home, but she was not there. Now, the mother also said she wound up finding later on a book that she had wrote in to one of her classmates saying that she was scared that she may have been pregnant and that she had this boyfriend and the mama didn't know about. So that's what came out later on. But the family hasn't seen or heard from her since, okay? So this was in 2003. So let's get into the cards. I'm going to just do a small spread on her to see what the ancestors can tell us in reference to what's happened to Shemika. And as I showed you the pictures of her, this is some pictures of when she was young. It's all in the article this is on the Missing Kids website, and it says Holiday Mystery. Where is Shemika Cosey? All right, so let's go ahead and bring in the energy and see what we can find out, family. All right, ancestors, tell us about what's happened with Shemika Cosey. Shemika Cosey. Can you tell us, ancestors, what's happened with Shemika Cosey? Where's she at? Where's she disappeared to, ancestors? What's happened to Shemika? Whoop! I got a card that flew out on the floor. Something about karma. Okay, so the karma card just flew out on the floor. Let me get that up, family. Okay, it fell underneath my chair. Hold on. Karma. All right. All right. So also what I will say, when I did look at, meditate over her energy, I think I did write some notes about her. Yeah. I wrote that it definitely looked to me like she was pregnant. It definitely looked like to me there was something violent that happened with her and the child's father. Okay, that's what I'm seeing in her spread. So, I'm sorry, not in her spread, but in the notes that I wrote. Okay, so I don't know, maybe so. But we got to get into the cards and see. Okay, but the card karma just flew out, so I'm going to leave that out, and we're going to continue to see exactly what the ancestors want us to know in the divination of the cards in reference of Shemika Cosey. and I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly. Shemika Cosey. Yep, Shemika Cosey. Wow, ancestors. Shemika Cosey. Ancestors, please show us. Wow. Somebody in close proximity to Shemika Cosey. My God. Karma. One of the cards out. It could even be a neighbor. Could be a neighbor to her or somebody she knows. But this is in close proximities. Maybe even in a neighborhood that's near where she was. It looks like we definitely have something about a boyfriend. That is the first card out. Looks like there's some type of situation showing with the buried situation with the boyfriend. Yeah, dirty. This boyfriend could have been in the military. So first card out was buried. Okay, so something's buried. She's buried. This goes back to some information being hidden. Okay, when I get the buried, that's what it's trying to tell me. Okay, in the spread, the ancestors are saying something is buried, something is hidden. She could even be buried. What's hidden, it looks like, and what's buried looks like some revenge and some karma somebody was trying to give to Shemika. Okay, this goes back to a boyfriend. Okay, but I told you that's what was written, that the mom wrote that in the article, that it was something in a notepad, but she didn't even know. She was only 16. Looks like there's some type of self-defense. You know, the boyfriend felt like something he was defending, and she felt like something she was defending in self-defense. But there was some type of revenge. This boyfriend could be attached to the military in some way, because I have boyfriend and I have military right up underneath of the boyfriend. Okay, something could be near a military base as well. Could be something connected to the military. And then I have dirty. Okay, underneath the self-defense. So yeah, this gives me a lot, right? Just ancestors threw it straight out, right? In reference of Shemika Cosey. It's definitely something dirty about this boyfriend, because it's the same energy. See, the dirty and the boyfriend is energy around this. So they need to go back to see exactly who she was dating, and see if this person was in the military and what's been hidden and buried, because there was some type of revenge and karma with this situation. Okay. I'm just going to do one small clarifying on this spread right here, but I pretty much see what's happened here, family, okay? Clarity in reference of the messages for Shemika Cosey, ancestors, and what's happened with Shemika Cosey, ancestors. Show me in the cards, ancestors, what's happened. There's the faded relationship and the animal-like relationship that fell out, and it's the same energy as the boyfriend in the dirty. Ancestors is definitely speaking to us, family. Look at what flew out. Animal. So some savage behavior by this boyfriend that was dirty, okay? And a faded relationship. So it looks like her and the boyfriend may have broke up. May have been something going on. You know, the boyfriend definitely did her dirty. He looked at it as some type of self-defense, him trying to defend himself about something, and she was trying to defend herself about something. But it definitely was some type of situation around this boyfriend, and if somebody could have been something that strangled her, or something in her throat, something about her voice, something they didn't want her to talk about, somebody didn't want her to speak. Something that somebody may have given her. Clarity, ancestors, in reference of what's happening or what's going on for Shemika Cosey, ancestors. What happened to Shemika Cosey, ancestors, please? Yeah, damn. My God, ancestors gave it right to us, family. Jesus. Allegedly, everything here is allegedly all for entertainment purposes only. All of this is always non-factual for entertainment purposes. This is all non-factual. This is all just for entertainment purposes only, all right? So she's buried somewhere. She was hit with something, or something was done to her with blunt force, a blunt force object, okay? And like I said, it could have been in her throat, okay? But something about the throat, something about not saying something, not being cut off. But this was violent, okay? This was violent. So she's been buried. There's something buried. There's something hidden with blunt force. And she was also hit with blunt force, okay? Wow. Let me slide this over, family, so I can, this spread can, you guys can see this full spread, because this full spread is definitely telling the whole story. Ancestors, thank you, ancestors, for the messages. And Shemika's energy is very strong, okay? So the boyfriend is pretending, okay? So the boyfriend is pretending. What came out on boyfriend was someone pretending, okay? He's pretending like he don't know, but he knows what happened, okay? They had a faded relationship. Once again, we have both of my faded relationship cards here, okay? The animal is the same energy as the faded relationship, but this was a savage. He was a savage. He was dirty. The way he got faded relationship and something he was trying, or she was trying to defend herself from, okay, in this faded relationship. The revenge caused her to decease. This is the goodbye, okay? This is the revenge that was in here to cause this baby to say goodbye, okay? This is when you leave the earth and her saying goodbye because of the revenge, okay? Clarity. He's conscious. And he's conscious, and somebody's also conscious in the military about this situation. Somebody's conscious, somebody knows, okay, that this boyfriend is pretending, okay? And he's also pretending, okay, while maybe even in the military, okay? But he knows, he's conscious of the goodbye. He's conscious of, look at the goodbye, her leaving this earth and him being conscious, but pretending he don't know. See, because he had to get back to work. See, this was all revenge. See, he was dirty because he got rid of her. He could have put her in the trash and buried her. See how that comes out? Pretending like he don't know about getting rid of her. Allegedly, all for entertainment purposes only. This is what the ancestors are saying. This is a metaphysical reading, okay? This is all just spiritual reading, but there's definitely dirty in the trash. So, you know, this is all allegedly, but it looks like her leaving this earth, he's conscious of getting rid of her. He's dirty, faded relationship, okay? Karma, okay? This could have even happened after they went to the club or something, okay? Because club is here, all right? And cleaned up, okay? So, yes, he's conscious and aware, and he cleaned this up, okay? Yeah, and there's some greed here as well. Maybe in reference, he didn't want to do, you know, give up his money. You know, because maybe he did know that she was pregnant. I don't know. I don't see anything here about pregnancy, but this tells me the story. I don't pretty much have to go any further. I don't really have to pull any of the whispers of the unsolved, because the ancestors have pretty much shown me. I just seen the 3 of Swords. So, yeah. Ancestors, give me an outcome message in reference of Shemika Cosey. I don't think she's still living. Ancestors is kind of letting me know this, okay? It was a very violent situation. Outcome message in reference of Shemika Cosey and what happened to her. Ancestors, Shemika Cosey, and what happened to her. Thank you, ancestors. Yeah, the 5 of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Swords. That's the conflict. You know, a little bit of this she did to herself. Allegedly, and I hate to say it like that, but when I'm saying that, family, what I mean based off of this spread, right, as you can see, is that the 5 of Pentacles is here. This is somebody who was left out in the cold, literally, right? He did this to her, allegedly, and left her, right? Yeah, because he didn't feel like he had no money. So he wanted to cut her off. This is Mars energy as well, right? So it's definitely letting me know that, you know, definitely was some energy here about a blunt force object being used as well. Me seeing this and seeing how that's being cut, right? And the swords, right? Big fight, argument between them that led to this situation of him trying to cut her off monetarily or whatever was said. Okay, clarity. Was she pregnant? Was she actually pregnant? Yes, she was. Okay, I got the star card. Okay, she was hoping and praying, and she was just trying to make everything right? But it didn't go that way for her. It had to be a decision made with the Two of Wands here on the bottom of the deck, and that's where the deception and everything comes into play, because there's the emotional situation played out with the water here, right? And there's the moon, which is the deception. And this is the Two of Wands, so that's about decisions having to be made. And the star card, this is her praying to God that, you know, he wouldn't leave her. Okay, but he did. And he didn't just leave her, he got rid of her, allegedly, all for entertainment purposes only. All right, I don't know. This is a low vibrational male. I have the 5 and the 2, which is 7. This is definitely somebody who was in fear. He was in fear. He may have been young at the time as well, but he's definitely pretending. He knows exactly what happened. He knows where the body is buried as well. Okay. This is what I see. Please hit the like button on this video. Everything is allegedly, and I feel like she got hit in the head and in the throat. My head is aching. My head is just banging. So something about hitting her in the head. Okay. And yes, she was pregnant. All right. This is allegedly all for entertainment purposes only. Please hit the like button and let me know what you think in reference of this case. Peace, family.